Hey guys, it's just Jen from Creative Witch. I wanted to quickly hop on and talk to you today about something that's very positive happening in the sky in about an hour from now. And while it not all the energy will not be necessarily seen right in this moment, it is potent energy to plant seeds for something to manifest in a very positive way within our lives. And of course, that's going to differ for each and every one of us based on your particular and unique birth chart. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we are going to get right into it. I'm going to go and walk you through the 12 rising signs. Now, if you don't know what your rising sign is, you can go to astro.com and there's free software there, and you could just put in all your birth information on the extended chart selection, and it will generate a chart for you, and you'll be able to see what house this is actually falling in within your chart. But for now, I'm going to explain it all to you. Okay, so we see up on the screen here is today's chart, June 24th, 2025. Most astrologers are calling this the luckiest day of the year. So Jupiter is Cazimi, meaning it's Jupiter's coming into the heart of the sun of Cancer. The reason why this is um, lucky is because number one, Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer, indicating it operates at its most optimal. Jupiter represents abundance, expansion, growth, wisdom. It is all things that is considered to be the great benefic. And it really loves to be in the sign of Cancer. And it's especially important because not only this is a once in 12-year transit. Usually, Jupiter actually didn't conjunct the sun 12 years ago when we would have seen this. So the last time we've seen this was 24 years ago. So that particular area of your chart has not seen such a growth and upgrade, so to speak, in 24 years. So, it is a great time to utilize this energy to plant seeds and to, get things moving in that particular area of our chart. So I'm just going to move this around here. Bring the Aries rising to the first house here. Um, There we go. Okay, so for Aries and Aries rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your fourth house of home. So you're going to have lucky breaks when it comes to your roots, where you come from, your home. You could be expanding and wanting to do, and you could be moving for one. You could be doing a lot of renovations, or you could see some positive growth happen in and around your home life and where you put down roots. And for Taurus and Taurus rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your third house of your daily environment. So you could see growth when it comes to your commute and the things that you do on the daily. You might get a new car. You might decide that you are looking at wanting to expand with regards to something to do with communication, possibly putting on a podcast, writing a book. All things, it's related to like early childhood education is also related to our brothers and sisters and kind of how we, expand on our day-to-day activities, in and around our neighborhoods. And for Gemini and Gemini rising, this Jupiter Cazimi in Cancer is going to be happening in your second house of your value system. It's materialism and it's how we make money. You could maybe possibly, apply for a new line of work that you would want to do. You might want to get some kind of idea off on entrepreneurship. You know, like you might want to take something that you're kind of creating and get it off the ground with some kind of entrepreneurship idea. You may find that you're spending a little bit more money and you're expanding on, things that you want to kind of decorate your home with. This is a great opportunity to kind of like move forward with those ideas that you're trying to that you're contemplating with regards to how to bring in more money. And you might be seeing more money kind of income as well. For Cancer and Cancer rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your first house. The only downside of Jupiter Cazimi in the first house is Jupiter, likes to expand on all things, which could also expand on, putting on weight and stuff. If you're a woman and you're looking to maybe possibly have a baby, Jupiter can expand on, this areas of ourself, like by pregnancy. Normally, I would say that Jupiter in the fifth house would bring pregnancy, but there is, the possibility of that happening to you with regards to this transit happening in the first house as well. You might want to expand on all things to do with growth, like moving in new directions when it comes to how to honor yourself with, a new way of integrating life in a positive, growth-oriented way. You're going to basically be, putting a lot of emphasis on yourself and all the things that you kind of want to see take off the ground. And for Leo and Leo rising, this is a more like secluded transit and more internal transit that you're going to be experiencing. The Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in the 12th house of all things hidden. It could be, it could be hidden enemies, it could be hospitalization, it could be, our where we go to kind of take refuge from the outside world. Now, I'm just elaborating on all the themes that the 12th house could represent, but it's not necessarily where Jupiter is going to be expanding on things like hospitalization and whatnot. But you may find that you're looking at more healing modalities to kind of like, um, help with maybe some kind of element that is, detrimental to the health. And you may find like some wisdom and growth and healing. Modalities that are in alignment with trying to kind of get, your inner world off to a better, more grounded, sovereign state. You may find that you want to spend some more time in solitude to process all of these, downloads and information of growth that are trying to kind of come down and, be utilized and integrated into your consciousness. And for Virgo and Virgo rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your 11th house of hopes and dreams for the future. It's humanitarian pursuits, it's our friendships. You may find that you're really expanding within your community. There might be some kind of humanitarian pursuit that you want to seek it off the ground, or you may just find that you're being blessed with your hopes and dreams that you have for the future, that they're actually coming true, or the seeds are being planted in these moments over the course of the next year that are going to bring these types of things to fruition. Your social life may pick up a little bit, and you may find that you're really like, just jovial in that area of your life. And for Libra and Libra rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your 10th house of public reputation and career. You may find that you were offered a new job. You may find that, you're expanding on, how the world is viewing you and what people have come to know you for. You may be growing in this area of your life. It may, you may find that you might look for a new job and you'd have, good luck with regards to finding that. And you may find that you're like maturing in a lot of ways with regards to how the world views you. And for Scorpio and Scorpio rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is going to be happening in your 9th house of foreign affairs, your ethics, the legal system, and higher education. If some of you may find that you want to go back to school and expand on things that, just to expand on knowledge. And a lot of you may find that travel will be very much in your future over the next year. And you could be expanding on, maybe business that is like off on a foreign shore. And you may find that you may find like, teachers and gurus and stuff like that that might be beneficial to your healing journey. And for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is happening in your 8th house of joint finances, marriage, and transformation. So you may find that you're going through a very transformative period where you are eliminating things that are getting in the way of your healing journey. You may possibly get married this year, or you may come into some form of money that is outside of the money that you make for yourself. It could be an inheritance. It could be from getting married and, have a partner's income. It could be like from playing the lottery. If there was ever a time to kind of like get money from outside sources that isn't something that you earn, you may want to, and I'm not promoting obviously gambling and whatnot, but this would be a time where you may see a lot of extra money come in from unexpected resources, especially from, even from joint finances, say within relationship. And for Capricorn and Capricorn rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is happening in your 7th house of other people. This could be like, you may expand on a relationship. You may find that you have a lot of business contracts coming in, or if you are a entrepreneur and you're running business for yourself, you may find that you have a lot of clients coming in. There's business is just overall generally picking up and expanding in a big way. You may find that you have more than one person to choose from when it comes if you're dating and you're putting yourself out there. It would be a time that maybe that you could possibly see a new relationship be started at this time and over the course of the next year. We have this transit for a full year. And for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, this Jupiter Cazimi is happening in your 6th house of daily health, diet, pets. You may find that you get a new pet. You may find that your focus is geared towards learning new ways to cook, new gym routine, new ways to honor and grow with regards to, how what you consume and how you treat your body. Self-love may be at an all-time high. And you may find that your acts of service are expanded in a big way. Or if you're in the healing industry, you may find that, you're offering a lot of, help and growth and expansion for your clients. And for Pisces, last but not least, Pisces, this is happening in your fifth house. Fifth house is the inner child on fire. It's a fun house. It's children. It's creativity. It's gambling. It's dating. It's romance. It's fun. What a nice, what a nice house for you guys to be having this Jupiter Cazimi in. If you are not looking to have a child, I would go and take extra precautions because Jupiter in this house can bring on a pregnancy. You may find if you have children or you're at that age that you could become a grandparent. And you may find that over the course of the next year, you're really expanding on everything that kind of lights you up, new creative endeavors, new ways to just kind of like go out and have a good time. It's a really fun house, so do enjoy that transit. We do have this transit for the following year. And now it's not to say that these things are going to happen immediately, for all 12 signs, but it is when the seeds get planted to kind of move in a growth-oriented, abundant way with the planet Jupiter in its exaltation of Cancer, a sign that a Cazimi that we have not seen in 24 years. This is very auspicious, positive energy to do the thing, to kind of, put yourself out there, do what you need to do to offer growth and abundance to the soul. And you'll see by the end of this transit that, a lot of these things will have manifested by then. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I hope that this transit treats you all good because God knows we need it. We're starting off with a little bit of this particular Cazimi is in a square aspect with Saturn and Neptune. I have spoken on this before. I haven't brought it into the worldly events that are kind of transpiring, but with the square to Saturn, that's why we're seeing like the war and whatnot kind of transpiring. But this Cazimi, there's also been a ceasefire that's happened as well. What kind of remains to be seen moving forward is going to be kind of like a little tricky terrain, especially on the world access. But in our own personal lives, this energy can be utilized for something very positive. So, anyways, I hope that y'all take this energy and use it to your advantage because we haven't seen this energy in 24 years, and it is something that's very, very positive. Till next time, guys, take care.